Imagine you have a piggy bank. Not just any piggy bank, a magic one. You tell your friends, give me your coins and I'll keep them safe. Whenever you want them back, just ask and I'll hand them right over. That's basically what a guy named Sam Bankman-Fried promised the world. Except instead of coins, it was crypto. And instead of a piggy bank, it was a company called FTX. Sam was young, kind of awkward, always wore the same t-shirt and messy hair, and somehow became one of the richest people on earth in just a few years. He looked more like a kid who forgot to do his laundry than a guy running a multi-billion-dollar company. But that was kind of the point. People trusted him because he seemed so normal, so nerdy, so not evil. Here's how the magic piggy bank worked. FTX was an exchange, a place where people could trade crypto, like a stock market, but for Bitcoin and other coins. You'd put your money in, buy and sell whatever you wanted, and FTX would hold on to your coins until you were ready to take them out. Simple enough. Millions of people used it, celebrities promoted it, it felt safe. But here's the twist. Sam also owned a second company called Alameda Research. Think of Alameda as Sam's other piggy bank, except this one wasn't for safekeeping. This one was for gambling. Alameda made big, risky bets trying to grow money fast. Now imagine those two piggy banks were secretly connected by a tunnel. Whenever Alameda needed more money to keep gambling, it just reached into the first piggy bank, the one full of everyone else's coins, and took what it needed. That is not supposed to happen, ever. The money customers put into FTX was supposed to just sit there, safe, waiting for them. Instead, billions of dollars quietly slipped through that tunnel into Alameda's risky bets. For a while, nobody noticed. The bets sometimes worked out, crypto prices were rising, it felt like everyone was getting richer. Sam gave interviews about wanting to give away his fortune to make the world better. He testified in front of governments. He looked like one of the good guys. Then, in November 2022, everything changed. A news website published a leaked document showing Alameda's finances looked shaky, like it was built on money it didn't actually have. People got nervous, and when people get nervous about their money, they run to get it back. Thousands of customers rushed to withdraw their coins from FTX all at once. This is called a bank run. Imagine everyone in town showing up at the piggy bank on the same day, all demanding their coins back immediately. And that's when the truth came out. The piggy bank was empty. FTX did not have enough money to pay everyone back because so much of it had gone through that secret tunnel into Alameda's gambling. Billions of dollars, real money that belonged to real people, had vanished into bad bets, expensive real estate, political donations, and lifestyle spending. Within days, FTX collapsed completely. The company that was worth around $32 billion became worth almost nothing. Now, this wasn't just some abstract numbers on a screen problem. FTX had over 1 million customers. $8 billion of customer money had vanished. Money people had put aside for houses, for retirement, for their kids. And the damage wasn't just financial. Victim statements submitted to the court described marriages falling apart, people unable to get out of bed, families who lost their entire life savings overnight. This wasn't a story about numbers going down. It was about real people whose lives were upended in a single week. 2 years later, thanks to rising crypto prices, most customers actually did get their money back. Some even got more than they'd lost. But that recovery doesn't erase what happened. For a long stretch, thousands of people didn't know if they'd ever see their savings again. And the fear, the sleepless nights, the broken trust. Sam Bankman-Fried went from magazine covers to headlines calling him one of the biggest fraudsters in history. Government investigators moved fast. They discovered that FTX didn't really have proper accounting. It didn't have a real finance team checking where the money went. Decisions were made in group chats that later disappeared. It was less sophisticated Wall Street company and more a few college friends running a $1 trillion operation with duct tape and good vibes. Sam was arrested and went to trial. And in November 2023, he and 4 other members of his circle of friends and executives pleaded guilty. He was sentenced to 25 years in prison and is currently incarcerated at the Terminal Island Low Security Federal Correctional Facility near Los Angeles, California. The story of FTX isn't really about Bitcoin or crypto. It's about what happens when people hand over their trust, and the person holding it forgets that it was never theirs to gamble with. Because in finance, trust takes years to build, and only one bad decision to lose.